Now, many are still on major roads trying to make their way home after heavy rains caused chaos in parts of Kenya. Michelle Ngele is on the streets of Nairobi right now to update us on the situation. Michelle, you have been chasing the floods the whole day and documenting the impact. Are things getting any easier now?
Well, a very good evening to you, Betty. Things are getting easier here. This is Kenyatta Avenue in the Nairobi CBD. The traffic is just now beginning to let up. If you can see behind me, there's a bit of an easier flow of traffic today. But Betty, the rains have not been any easier than they were yesterday. Many Nairobians have been caught unawares today. In fact, earlier on, this was an area you could not stand on. The water was so high, up to a normal adult's knees, and so many manholes were covered by the water. I witnessed several people actually falling into the manholes and being helped by several people, and I was able to speak to many residents of Nairobi, many that are expressing concern at the drainage in Nairobi because it was really a messy area here. Even after the Met Department issued a forecast on the 25th of April, but surprisingly, Betty, that forecast did not touch on Nairobi. The Met Department said there would be flash floods in the coastal area as well as the Rift Valley area, but surprisingly, nobody in the coastal area or the Rift Valley area has reported any such floods as are being witnessed in Nairobi right now. Many Kenyans saying that the Met Department, or the weatherman as they call them, have failed them. And important to note, Betty, at about 5 p.m. this evening, 4 people died along Lenana Road after a perimeter wall collapsed on them. And Kilimani OCPD Peter Katam did confirm the incident, saying that the 4 were actually taking shelter behind the wall before they met their untimely death. So 4 people, 1 lady and 3 men were injured. And I did compile a story earlier on the effect of the floods in Nairobi. Take a look at this story. Right, Michelle, just before we get to that story, has any word come from the county leadership? Well, Betty, any attempts to reach the county government's office were futile. We did request for an interview with Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero, but he was also not able to speak to us. But in a clip that I have put in the story compiled, right, we seem to be having some network issues with Michelle, but let's take a look at that story that she compiled for us earlier. Nairobi County, the business hub of East Africa, has this week been brought to its knees by heavy rains leading to a flooded city. Friday evening, just like Thursday evening, hours of downpour left city roads impassable, with cars bumper to bumper along most highways and connecting roads. Motorists and pedestrians were caught off guard, vehicles swept away, and major roads like the Thika Superhighway, Ojijo Road, as well as the Kangundo Road hit hard, creating huge traffic snarl-ups that stretched several kilometers. The heavy rains also interrupted electricity supply and distribution systems, causing power disruptions in most parts of the city.
Mafuriko ya mvua imenyesha huo muda wote, yaani kusafiri ni shida, magari hata zingine zilianguka hapa kwa mtaro tukatoa asubuhi. Hizo saa ambao ilianguka ilikuwa saa 10, nyingine saa hii tumetoa saa hii. Sasa kusafiri imekuwa shida.
Ile shida tumeona hii mvua imekuwa too much. Sababu hata pikipiki inapoa kwa njiani kwa maji. Sasa tuko na tabu nyingi.
Sasa hata magari jana kupita ilikuwa ni shida. Hata sisi ndio tulikuwa tuna direct hao watu wanapita na magari angalau wasianguke kwa mitaro. So tunaambia serikali tusaidie angalau hii mambo isirudi tena. Mvua ikaendelea kutakuwa kama Budarangi.
With property destroyed and people marooned by the raging waters, handcart operators found an opportunity to make a quick buck. The rains a replay of May last year when a downpour marooned vehicles on several roads in the city. Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero says it's not only the county government but Kenyans too that are responsible for the blocked drainage.
Najua maneno ya takataka bado yanaendelea tumenunua malori, lakini nyinyi pia nataka msaidie. Sio mtu ananunua ndizi, anakula, anatupa, anasema wacha kama naoje achukue.
After a similar storm in May 2015, the county government announced a 15 million shilling emergency recovery fund to be used largely to clear up blocked drainage and reconstruct damaged roads. This was to come from the development expenditure budget of the county for the year 2015-2016. But most of the roads rehabilitated have since gone back to their dilapidated state, and residents of East Africa's business hub continue to face a nightmare every time it rains. Michelle Ngele, KTN News.